Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Bole Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Har Namah Parvati Pataye Hara Hara Mahadeva. Hari Om. After a long time of working on this YouTube, finally Devi has made it possible that I come online today. So this is the session on Devi. We are going to look into this Devi Aparajitha Stotram from Durga Saptashati, chapter 5. It is a very beautiful shloka which contains very famous verses of Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu, which many of us know. And what is the context of this? As I had mentioned in the title, we all have problems in life, and we are seeking solutions by many means. Sometimes we try to solve the problems by ourselves, or and we try to ask others to help us solve problems. But here Devi can solve our problems. Devi helps us to solve our problems when we chant her name with love. And in the chapter 5, this Devi Aparajitha Stotram. So what is it that I've heard from my teachers of Durga Saptashati? For 48 days, any problem you have in your life, for 48 days, think about Devi, light a ghee lamp all the 48 days once, light a ghee lamp and chant this Devi Aparajitha Stotram. What is the beauty of this stotram? In the 5th chapter, the Uttara Charitasya, Rudra is the Rishi and Mahasaraswati is the Devata. So, the Devas are praising Devi. Devas are worshipping Devi and they are praising her with words. When we chant these words of praise, remembering Devi, you try it out. I've tried it out many times. Every time it has been very successful, because problems come in our life because there is a solution within us. We are the solution. The self in us is the solution. And by chanting this Devi Aparajita Stotram, we will reach a solution to our problems, and there is no doubt about this. So let us go into this. Devaha Uchuhu. The Devas are saying, what are they saying? Namo Devyai Mahadevyai Shivayai Satatam Namaha Namah Prakrityai Bhadrayai Niyata Pranata Smatam. Namo Devyai. O Devi, we salute you. Mahadevyai. Devi is from the word, the one who is very playful. Playfulness happens when you become a pro in something. Devi is a pro in managing situations, solving problems. She has that much of power and energy invested in her by the gods. So Mahadevi, so goddess of all goddesses. Shivayai. Shiva is the most auspicious one, filled with life, full of life. Satatam Namaha. At all times, I salute you, I worship you. Satatam Namaha. Namaha Prakrityai. Your Prakriti, your nature with Sattva-guna, Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Bhadrayai. You are the most auspicious one. Seeing your form, remembering you brings all auspiciousness in life. Niyataha, we are all the gods, the lesser gods who are all living in heaven. We are subject to being destroyed by the asuras, conquered by the asuras. So we pray to you. Niyataha, pranata smatam. We are all worshipping you, we are praying to you. Raudrayai namo nityayai Gauryai Dhatyai namo namaha Jyotsnayai Chindurupinyai Sukhayai Satatam namaha. Raudra, you are the quality of Rudra. Rudra is the one who can make us cry. Rudra is that ahamkara, that power of the mind, the power of the chitta that is present in the physical body is ahamkara. When that ahamkara gets filled with a desire, when the ahamkara decides to do something, it becomes raudra, because none can stop the ahamkara. Nityayai, you are eternal, O Devi. There is no end for you. There is neither beginning nor end for you. Raudrayai namo nityayai. Gauryai, you are the most fair one. Fair in complexion, fair in mind. Dhatriyai, you are the one who supports this whole earth, supports this whole universe, is supported by you. Who is Devi? Devi is that feeling we have, the feeling of the feeling of I, the feeling of love, the feeling of motherhood, the feeling of responsibility, of duty, of compassion. These feelings are Devi. Dhatriyai. Namo Namaha. I salute you, I salute you. Jyotsnayai. Even though you are Raudra, you are also Jyotsna. You are as cool as the moon. Cha Indurupinyai. This. You are the form of the moon, the night, the beautiful moon that we see, which absorbs the rays of the sun and sends out cool rays in the night. Indurupinyai. The moon is nurturing the plants. Because of the presence of the moonlight, plants grow, herbs grow, which come as food for us. Sukhayai, you are very joyful, Devi. When I experience joy, I am experiencing the presence of Devi. Satatam namaha. At all times, I surrender, I worship Devi. Kalyanyai pranatam vruddhyai siddhyai kurmo namo namaha nairatyai bhubhritam lakshmyai sharvanyai te namo namaha. Kalyanyai pranatam vruddhyai. You are Kalyani. Kalyani is the one who increases the auspiciousness in our life. Kalyanam is success, and Kalyani is the one who grants us all success in life. Pranatam Vruddhyai, the one who salutes you, the one who surrenders you, that is all of us. Whenever we say the one, we need not imagine somebody else. We're talking about ourselves. Pranatam Vruddhyai, the one who surrenders to you, you increase. You grow their life. You make things better for them. You clear up obstacles on their path. You make things possible for them. Pranatam Vruddhyai. Siddhyai Kurmo Namo Namaha. You are the one who gives us Siddhi. We strive for something, but the accomplishment becomes possible because of you. Namo Namaha. I salute you. I salute you. Nairatyai. You are one of the directions in this, of the 10 directions. You are one, O Devi. Bhubhritam Lakshmyai. You are the goddess Lakshmi who's bearing this world, this universe. Sharvani. You are the wife of Sharva, of Shiva. Te Namo Namaha. I salute you. I salute you. Durgayai Durgaparayai Sarayai Sarvakarinyai Khyaatyai Tathaiva Krishnayai Dhumrayai Satatam Namaha. You are Durga. Durga is the one who is not approachable by, it is not approachable by the ordinary lay person who does not know anything about divine, who does not have any samskara, in the sense, any kind of a practice where you worship Bhagavan with love. So you are not reachable by such people. Durga, and you're also not reachable by people who are all engaged in looking at the world outside and trying to get objects of enjoyment from the world and reveling in the pleasures of the world. You are not attainable by them. Durga Parayai, you go beyond all frontiers, you go beyond all fortresses, you go beyond all limitations. You also cross us, you also take us across all limitations. Sarayai, you are the essence of this whole universe. You are the essential experience of this life on earth. Sarvakarinyai, whatever needs to be done, everything you do, O Durga. Khyatyai, your knowledge, your thought. Tathaiva Krishnayai, you are dark in color. You are the essence of the thought, the darkness, the ignorance, the avidya that you are. Dhumrayai, you are smoky in color. Your presence is, we cannot see through your presence. When you are there, the presence of a smoky understanding is there. We cannot see through you. Satatam Namaha. At all times I worship you, Durga. Ati Saumyati Raudrayai Natastasyai Namo Namaha. Namo Jagat Pratishthayai Devyai Krityai Namo Namaha. Ati Saumya, Ati Raudra. You can be both. You can be very, very calm, extremely calm. You can be extremely fierce. You can get extremely angry. Recently, I read in one science journal this hormone called oxytocin, which is secreted, which is the symbol of motherhood. Whenever we are in love, we are in a loving embrace with a child or somebody, a member of the family or friends. Oxytocin is the love hormone. There is a love hormone means the hormone that has the sense of bonding, the feeling of love, the feeling of duty, the feeling of responsibility. And that hormone also generates the power to get angry. That is why you see bears, we are afraid to go near animals that are all mothers that are taking care of the children, because they are very fierce. They will be watching our intentions. They are very fierce in protecting. In the same way, goddess Durga, the mother, is Ati Saumya. She's very, very calm. She's Ati Raudra also. When her devotees are being disturbed, she can be Ati Raudra. Natastasyai Namo Namaha. Whoever is surrendering to her, she can be extremely calm with them. And when they go beyond the limits, when they're hurting themselves, she can be Raudra and destroy the progress of what they desire in their lives. Namo Jagat Pratishthayai. Namo Jagat Pratishthayai. Where are you established, O Durga? You are established in this Jagat. Jagat means the names, forms, and qualities that we experience in this world. Our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our sensations, the physical objects that we experience, the object of seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, and touching, everything is Jagat. So Devi is present in the Jagat. Namo Jagat Pratishthayai Devyai Krityai. You are the one who does everything. You are the one who is responsible for all our actions. Whatever we do in this world, whatever we are capable of achieving, All that power comes from you, Devi. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vishnumayeti Shabdita. Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vishnumaya iti Shabdita. That Devi in all beings is called Vishnu Maya, or the power of Vishnu. Vishnu is knowledge, and the power of Vishnu is the darkness of ignorance, the thought which we cannot penetrate by ourselves. We need guidance from the Supreme. That is avidya or Maya. Maya is ignorance. Maya is the collective ignorance that's present everywhere. Ignorance means just I don't know. Darkness of night is called that Maya Shakti. How do we identify that? Maya Shakti, the presence of darkness outside and the presence of the I don't know thought within us is avidya, Maya, Vishnu Maya. It is a very powerful thought. It is not something that we look down upon just because it is I don't know. This I don't know thought is a cause for all creation. This I don't know thought is a cause for all. The power behind all that we see in this universe is this I don't know, the darkness of ignorance. And that is Vishnu Maya, iti Shabdita. That darkness is being worshipped as Devi. Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. When something is very, very powerful, we have nothing else to do except praise and worship that. And that is why these verses on Devi, this Devi Aparajitha Stotram, are words of worship. And usually, when people in this Chandi Homam or many other places, when they do a chanting of this, the whole Durga Saptashati, especially these verses, Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha, they bow down and they do namaskaram in the floor before the Devi. So that is a practice that people have. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Chetanetyabhidhiyate. Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi, that Devi in all beings is called Chetana, is called consciousness. Abhidhiyate, that is her. She is called that way as consciousness. In all beings means in us also. What is aware is Devi, none other than the power of Devi. Abhidhiyate, to that consciousness, to that Devi, Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. To that Devi, I surrender, I salute. My salutations, my salutations, my salutations again and again. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु बुद्धिरूपेण संस्थिता. नमस्तस्यै, 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 नमो नमः. In all beings, that Devi who is present in the form of buddhi. What is buddhi? The life force that is present everywhere, and the life force that is present within me as the power of action is called buddhi. Buddhi karmanu, karma anusarini. So the intellect is the decisive force that propels this body into action. Many inputs come into us through the sense organs. The inputs are received by the mind, which is like the secretary that receives the post. And the mind sends this data to the brain, and the brain decides, and through the buddhi, the decision is taken and the dispatch order is given through the sense organs of action, and the body performs actions depending on the input. That power of this dispatch service, this secretarial official department, the secretary of the department of receiving inputs and dispatching messages, that power is Devi in this divine administration in our body. and in all the beings in the world, not only human beings, in animals, plants, that power which expresses out as action, expression, force, that buddhi, the knowledge. There are many, many songs about the intelligence of the universe. Who taught the busy little bees to gather honey sweet, and taught them how to store it up for boys and girls to eat? So many songs. Who taught the weaver bird to build a beautiful nest? Who taught the ants to store food for their summer? Who taught them all this? It is all Devi inside as Buddhi Rupena Samstita. Devi is present within them as Buddhi. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Nidrarupena Samstita. Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namah. When the body is tired, when the mind cannot take any inputs from the world, and the mind wants to shut down, the counter is closed. The body counter, eyes are closed, the body becomes still and quiet, and then the person behind the counter, the mind goes to rest. The person is not there available at the counter, and that is called sleep or nidra, where there's abhava or absence of that live entity. That is, it's not the life is absent, that entity which is conscious and observing the world of names, forms, and qualities has just gone on shutdown mode for some time. That entity is not available for transaction, and that is nidra. That state is Devi. She is the form of nidra. So nidra is Devi's power. Nidra Rupena Samstita. So if we are not getting sleep at night, that is also a big problem, and our data will be miserable if we don't sleep well at night. And you pray to Devi, she will give you good sleep because she is only sleep. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kshuddharupena Samstita. Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. That Devi in all beings is in the form of hunger. Only when there is hunger, we get the signal that we have to eat food. If there is no hunger and we don't think of eating at all, then our body will suffer because there is no adequate food. Hunger is that as long as hunger persists, we have to feed the body. And that power of hunger, that power of Devi to make us gain nourishment for the body, Kshuddha or hunger, is none other than Devi. So to that Devi in the form of hunger, Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. When we read the shloka, when we read these verses, mantras, every happening in our body is divinized. Everything is divine. There is nothing undivine about this divine creation of the human body. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Chaya Rupena Samstita. Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. Something which we think is very insignificant, but something that grows in us, becomes small in us, disappears for some time, is chaya, our own shadow or shade, the shadow of a tree, the shade of a tree, the cooling power of the shade, the hiding space that shade gives us, the insignificant, the experience of insignificance, the experience of somewhat total non-existence, which the shadow gives. The power of that shadow is Devi. Kshuddha Rupena, Chaya Rupena Samsthita. Shadow, the shade. We take an umbrella to help us, protect us from the sun. We take an umbrella to protect us from that rain. That protective power of that shadow is Devi. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthitam Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. That Devi in all beings is that power, that energy. We need power to speak. We need power to think. We need power even to wake up in the morning. We need power to go to sleep. We need power to make food. We need power to get food. We need power to walk. We need power to talk. We need power to do work. We need power to sing. We need power to create. Power is required. Without power, nothing is possible in this world. That Shakti, that power, the desire to, the power to desire, Ichha Shakti, the power to find out the right means of doing something, Jnana Shakti, the power to actually execute and do, Kriya Shakti. Everybody needs that. You need power in administration, you need power in politics, you need power in education, you need power to learn, you need power to teach, you need power to just manage family, you need power to even exist in this world. It is impossible without power and expression of power. So that power is Devi. Shakti Rupena Samstita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Trishna Rupena Samstita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. That Devi, that goddess who is present in all beings as Trishna. What is Trishna? Trishna means thirst. Trishna actually means intense desire to achieve something. Whatever it is that we want in life, whether we want to study well, whether we want to play well. Now cricket matches are going on, women's match and men's match between India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. Whether we want to play well also, we need to desire. The intense desire to do something should be there. Only then we will get motivated into action and we will work. So Trishna Rupena, that intense desire to achieve something, the power of the desire is Devi. And what comes before Trishna? The desire comes as a sliver of thought. I wish I could have this. How cool it would be if this can happen. That is a sliver of thought. That is called Garta. Garta means somewhat very light. It is just a mild thought in the mind. That is Garta. And when we focus on that, we give a lot of importance to that, then it becomes very intense and it starts vibrating with our breath, with our being. The thought begins to vibrate. When it begins to vibrate, it gains power. The thought gains power. That power is Trishna. And when it becomes Trishna, it begins to intensify into action. And it will make us do action in the body to achieve it. So that is Trishna. The power of Trishna is Devi. To that power of Trishna, O Devi, Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. I salute you, I salute you, I salute you again and again. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kshanti Rupena Samsthitam. Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. O Devi, in all beings, you are Shanti. Shanti means the power of forgiveness. It is just the power to let go something, not holding on to grudges, not holding on to resentments, not holding on to anger, not holding on to worries, not holding on to anxieties, the power to let go, the power to let be, Kshanti, forgiveness, forbearance, that is Devi, Samsthita. That power is Devi. Namastasyai, 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 namo namah. Here, everything, all the emotions that are being mentioned here are all emotions of power. They are not the emotions of powerlessness. Something that is possible with all this is being worshipped here as Devi, the different forms of Devi. Kshanti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhute Jati Rupena Samstita Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. Devi is category. Jati means different group. We always are able to administer very well when we segregate everything in groups. Whether it is a class of children, when they come for a camp, you create different groups with the 10 children in each group and give that group a name. When you do that, we are able to handle those children easily. We are able to concentrate on them. We are able to identify their needs much more easily when they are separated. In the same way, even when you have a big bundle, big pile of clothes to fold, when you look at the whole pile, your mind will go in a tizzy because it is too much to handle. But when you separate the clothes into different categories, it is much, much easier to handle them and to do the work. That separation of everything into groups, jati, taxonomy in botany and zoology, taxonomy is like identification of different groups. In chemistry, you have the periodic table. All the metals are all classified into different groups and given different symbols. Gold is aurum, lead is plumbum, chlorine is Cl, salt is NaCl, sodium chloride. All these different groups are there. In the same way, animals, Azadiracta indica, Moringa olifera, all these different trees are all given different categories and names. So this is called Jati. Jati Rupena Samsthita. It is not demeaning anything. There is nothing lower or nothing higher in a Jati. Everything is equal, but for administrative reasons, it is all made into a group. In the whole country, you don't have any states at all. There are no state lines drawn on the earth. But we do give imaginary lines. Those lines are found only in the map. It is not found on the ground. You cannot see it from a flight. But yet we say people from Tamil Nadu, people from Kerala, people from Kerala, people from Telangana, people from Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Odisha, Maharashtra, different groups of people. That power of this group is Devi. The power of the mob is Devi. Namastasyai, namastasyai. To that power, I surrender, I pray. Namastasyai, namo namaha. Ya Devi sarva bhuteshu lajjarupena samsthitam. Namastasyai, 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 namo namaha. O Devi, the one who in all beings is lajja. Lajja means a sense of shyness. It is not actually shame, but it is a sense of shyness, a sense of coyness, a sense of withdrawal from expressing ourselves loudly, from being very boastful, from being very guarded in our thoughts and emotions and feelings. That is lajja. So there is no emotion that is bad. Every emotion, every feeling has got a power in our lives. When we are able to use all those feelings, when we are able to understand, acknowledge, accept, and experience those feelings completely, we rise above those feelings and we are able to move on the path of life with much ease. This Devi is a form of lajja, the sense of shyness, the sense of coyness. There is a beauty in that shyness. In Tamil also they say, Sabha Vinaya, Avai Adakam. Sabha Vinaya is a very important quality, um, where even if you know whatever needs to be known, you don't really very loudly say or loudly proclaim that you know it. You don't behave as if you know. You just hold your knowledge within you. You don't express it outside. There is a sense of lajja, a sense of shyness, and that is Devi. To that sense of shyness, my in the form of Devi, my salutations. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Samsthitam Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. That Devi, who in all beings is in the form of Shanti. Shanti means peace. What is this? The word Shanti comes from Shama. Shama means there is the mind is there, the sense organs are there. A desire, it can spring. A thought for something, a desire for something can come. Shama is you just stop that desire from arising in the mind. Is, for example, if I want to have a chocolate cake, eggless chocolate cake, there is a desire, a thought of for eggless chocolate cake arises in my mind. If I acknowledge that thought and I decide I'm not going for it and I focus on something else, this thought will die a natural death. That is called Shama. That the practice of the Shama, when Shama is practiced, the mind is becoming very calm. That calmness of mind born out of no desires arising in the mind is called Shanti. And that Shanti is none other than the power of Devi. Shanti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. I surrender to you. I surrender to you. I salute you. I salute you again and again. We will look into the remaining verses of this Devi Aparajitha Stotram tomorrow. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kashchid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasorma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Bole Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai Har Namah Parvati Pataye Har Har Mahadeva Hari Om.